On your backs. Hugging your knees in. Hugging your knees in your back. The best place to start. This is the quietest class it's been in months. Even on, I've got one person online, Sal. That's it. And you guys. Gosh. You had 6 online last week and about 14 in the room.
You still haven't arranged Pilates and drinks yet, Paul. I'm disappointed.
Okay, Pilates drinks is it?
Good idea.
Yeah. It would be. Oh, we got that nice noise again. It's not as loud as it was before.
They've done the last 4 hours.
Yeah. Okay, nice little roll around. Do you see Michelle making?
Pardon?
Did you see Michelle?
Yes, I did.
That was fine.
Yeah, which I saw her a couple of years ago. She came to the I thought you'd see you. She had such a
That's right, yeah. I had a feeling you'd been
It's not broken. Yeah, I'll work as much wonders as I did last week. She's really lovely.
She works at my dog's vet as well.
Yes, no, thank you so much for that.
That's all right.
It's still swollen.
Okay, everyone, let's put the feet down. Let's take interlace the fingers, stretch your arms overhead, extend your legs down your mat, and just enjoy a lovely long stretch. And at the same time, just get into your breathing through the nose, out the mouth, expanding the rib cage out to the sides. I prefer teaching in this room.
I prefer being so.
I like being in this room as long as it's not too many people.
Yeah.
Be a little bit.
This is perfect amount.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to keep your arms extended overhead, release your fingers and turn your palms, so facing towards the sky. So you've got rotation in the shoulders, but then take the shoulders away from the ears. Slide your feet in, and we're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to begin by lifting up into a bridge with our arm just pressed behind us. All the way up, taking a deep breath in towards the top, and we roll it out. When you hit the floor, we repeat, rolling up. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll. Keep straightening out through those arms. Man, that noise. No, I might actually turn it off. 4 more hip rolls. Oh, it's off. Turning itself off, and that's why it's making a horrible noise. Oh, someone's trying to get in on my computer. I didn't hear that. So start to lift your hips up a little bit higher in your bridge. Oh gosh. All the calf muscles don't think it hurts when I move.
Oh my God, my muscle pulled last night in the middle of the night. My calf muscle. It's still sore.
There's always a story, isn't there? Okay, guys, 4th one. Stays up in the air for me. Lift your heels onto your toes. Press your hips up and down, dropping your hips halfway and pressing straight back up again. Extra squeeze in those buttocks this time. Working into those calves. Make sure your knees aren't protruding too far out. Squeeze them a little bit further in. Pressing up, dropping down. Pressing up, dropping down. Just 5 more of these. Last 2. 1 more, big lift up, take a breath in, drop the heels, exhale, roll it out. And as you do so, bring those arms up and over, down to the floor. Inhale, exhale, tabletop, the legs. Then drift the arms, they're sliding, so they're above your shoulders, and we're going to go into dead bug. So extend opposite arm and leg away. Inhale, center. Exhale, lengthen. Try and keep this fairly slow so you feel that stretch, that pause at the bottom, that little extra squeeze into the lower tummy. Think about the reach through the arm, close to the ear. Getting that really nice shoulder mobility. Hip as well, waking up. And give me 4 more on each side. Stretch away a little bit more, push through the sole of the foot. When you've done your last one, just give them hugs, hugs a little, hugs a little, hugs a little knee into the chest. Have a little rock on the lower back. Wake it up a little bit.
Get louder.
Okay, arms wide, T-shape. We're going to start by dropping your knees over to the right. See if you can drop them so they brush the floor, keeping your shoulders on the ground and straight back into the middle. Pause in the middle and then kick both your legs to 45 degrees in front of you. Then bend them back in, drop them all the way over to the left till they brush the floor, back into center. And if you're lucky, you'll get some little cracks in the back. Extend the legs. So simple as that, over to the right, stopping in the middle, straightening your legs, over to the left, etc. If you don't like to push your legs too far down in front of you, just push them up to the sky. Now remember, you want to always pause. When you extend your legs forward, pause for a breath in, then exhale, pull them back in, and then over to the side. What happened to you? My trousers on the mat's pulling them down. Okay, 2 more. Okay, when you finish, take your legs to 45 degrees, bend your elbows so your fingertips come behind your head, and exhale. As you crunch up, I want you to pull your thighs in towards you, so you're lifting your bottom, put your head back down and kick the legs to 45 degrees. So curl in, kick away. And 10 of these. My 5th one, so you should be around the same kind of place. I'm going to stop that noise, do you reckon? I will carry on. Carry on. Just one more. And then pop those feet down. Take a breath. I know, you do slide down or on the mat in some of these exercises. Okay, take the feet and knees wider, line them up. So I'm not even central on my mat. So just have a look at your body position. Have you slid to one side? All right, let's go back into the bridges. This time your arms are wide, not too wide, somewhere between your hips and shoulders. And then we're going to press our hips back up exactly like we did. Now squeeze the thighs together at the top, knees touching, open out to the bottom, and then brush your buttocks to the floor. Lift, squeeze, open, release. Just try to wake up all parts of the body. Working the spine in different planes of motion. Now, if you want a little bit more, you can lift up onto your toes, then roll into that squeeze and drop back down. Give me 5 more. Try and get a little bit more elevation every time. If you find it easier lifting onto your toes, go back to dropping your heels down. I prefer with my heels down. It's up to you. Now that 10th one, lift up, squeeze, hold your squeeze. So drop your heels down if you're on your toes and then pulse your hips up and down. So we're really waking up. outer thighs, the buttocks, the lower back, maybe your inner thighs, the more you squeeze through those legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2. And then we open the knees out wide. We roll it out, keeping our legs where they are. Now we're going to lift the knees in towards the shoulders and then lift the feet and close them in the middle. So you've got that diamond shape. Keep your arms where they are. Maybe slide them a tiny bit higher if they're a bit close to your hips. Need a little bit of stability. Feet are going to drop towards the front or the back, whatever it is, corner of your mat, and back into the middle. So the corner down by your feet. Would you call that front or the back? Front. Front. So you're just very subtly rolling onto one buttock, pulling the legs back in, and rolling to the other buttock, pushing your legs down, keeping the diamond shape through the legs the whole time. Now you may move down your mat doing this, okay? The longer the lever, so you can get your legs a little bit longer if you want to go a little bit deeper, control through your obliques. Right, we're just going to do 4 more taps. And when you've done your 4th one, you're going to bring the legs back into the middle. Make sure you haven't dropped your heels low, open the knees wide, bring your fingertips back to the side of the head and come up into side crunch. So we come into oblique twist, reaching the elbow towards the knee. When you lift your right elbow towards your left knee, drop your left elbow to the ground and open out a bit wider. So just side to side. Now, can you continue with this without dropping your head in the center? Just cross side to side. Open your knees a little bit wider if you can. Give me 8 more. Two, one more. Then come up in the middle, give me some pulses. Now open the knees. Push the soles of your feet together. Now lift your shoulders a little bit higher. 10. Open the elbows. 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze up a little bit higher for your last 2. And then release. Grab your knees. Right hand on right, left hand on left. Open the knees wide. Pull the knees in towards your shoulders. Okay, pop the feet down. I want you to turn onto your sides to face me. So you guys with your left, you guys with your right. Legs in a straight line, hips stacked, shoulders stacked. Pick up your top leg and point your toes like it's the tip of a pencil. Now you can bend your underneath knee if you feel a bit kind of off balance. But you're going to lift the top leg up, circle it around, bring it down towards the bottom leg in a figure of 8. So just keep thinking one direction to start with, all the way down, lovely tall 8s. Try and keep that top hip pointing forward. Because if I allow it to rotate, my leg happily goes up there and I've rotated my hip. Try and keep your hips square, so everything you're using is all the muscles rather than the joint itself. Where? I get cramp in my arch sometimes too.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that radiator. I get hammered to it and bash it in a minute.
Marching, she was very nice.
Yeah, yes. He's gone now. He's probably in Southampton. One more. And then take it the other direction. That's a challenge. Whoop. Now, is that hip rotating? You'll know it is because your leg will point like that. Yeah, so have a look at your leg. You always want to make sure everything's pointing in the same direction. So you should start to be feeling something happening now on the outer thigh and back leg. Some people just breeze through these. Yeah. Easy on the other side. All right, 4 more. Make them bigger, make them longer, make them a little bit wider. Try not to rotate the body. All right, last one, last one, last one. Stop in the middle for me. Do some little tiny circles on the spot. Doesn't matter which way you're going. You're just simply going to change the direction in a minute. Come on, squeeze it, right in the middle. The other direction. Let's get the leg an inch or two higher. Come on, squeeze it. Very localized nastiness. 8, 7, point the toe. 5, higher. 3, last 2. Oh, bend your knees to release. Should be a very one area place. Sometimes I get it in my calf and that's it. It's really weird. I think it must be the other leg that doesn't function properly. All right, onto your elbow. Right, make sure when you do this exercise we're going to do that top knee is going to lift, so you're going to rotate the hip this way, all the way up towards the sky, not forward. That was my demo, that wasn't the actual exercise. Because we're coming up into, right, you can start in the side plank. So let's start in the side plank. So once you've got that position, now push your hips forward so they line up with your knees. Take this arm to here. Lift your top leg. And we're going to open it out and push away. Now that leg has already been doing some work, so it doesn't really like it straight away. Now squeeze your underneath buttock to get as much elevation as you can in this half plank. Knee to the sky. Then side bend all the way up and forward. So you're doing a little crunch. 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2. Come on, left. Hold your last one in that crunch. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Lift the hips, lift the hips. 5, lift. 3, 2, and then just release it down. Huh?
I end up sliding. Yeah.
I was sliding actually. Drop it down. Okay, a bit of simple clay classic 1980s exercise. Top leg bends, front leg forward. So just slide your leg off the mat, keep your hands here, and we're just going to do some simple leg lifts. Inner thighs, adductors. So just make sure the inner thigh is what is pointing. Again, you tend to rotate the legs, suddenly your thighs do the work instead of the inner thigh. This is actually quite a nice one. It begins nice. Now, squeeze your tummy muscles and imagine your tummy pulling the leg up or the leg even lifts. That woman here next to this radiator that's not turning off. Yes. 3, 8, 7, 6. Well, look, we're all going together. 5, 4. Squeeze it up a little bit more. Last 2. Hold it up into the air. Pulse it. See if you can push that knee a little bit straighter. See if you can squeeze more. See if you can turn your toes down towards the floor a little bit more. Heel up. Keep going, keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Daddy, holding your leg.
I think that
You're going to have it in thigh work.
I did leg test at the gym, not the really big ones at this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, up to your elbow. Come onto your buttock and then hold your knees into your chest. And then lift your chest so you're not leaning into your left elbow. Take this arm up. And we're going to drop down into our shoulders. We extend our legs and then squeeze back in. You can keep your arm up or you can give a little hug if you need a little bit of a breather in between. Reach down. Reach down. So kick away, pull in. Side obliques working here. We've got 12, 11, 10, 9. Reach that arm up high. 8, 7. Drop low. Pick up. Now really tuck in. Last 5, 4. Come on, squeeze it. 3, 2. One more. Tuck in. Kick away. Hold. Can you lift your thighs up? Can you lift your chest up? Can you lift your thighs up? Oh. 5, 4, 3, 2. Really hot.
It's really warm.
Okay, flip over, keep your heads at that end onto your tummies. Right, I quite like this. I quite like this one because it's a nice side rotation. So take the feet a little bit wider. You're going to lift your left leg and your whole upper body. And your left arm is going to reach around to the side, bending your left heel and reach your foot. Extend it away and lower it down. And then swap to the other side. You lift, bend, reach to the foot, squeeze that shoulder blade and release. Now, if you want more of a challenge, guys, you can do this with your legs covered the whole time and just switch sides and your chest is up the whole time. Just switch between the two. So you've got tension the whole time. Now, when you reach away, slightly side bend, turning that direction from your waist to reach down to that foot. If you're stopping in the middle, that's fine. Just keep alternating between the two. Now, if you're staying in that hover, I want you to do 4 more each side. If you're alternating, give me 2 more each side. If you're alternating slowly, I mean, sorry. Come on, lift those thighs, lift the chest, squeeze your bellies in tight. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And when you've done your last one, lower to the floor. Wriggle the hips, loosen out the lower back. Bring your hands around the side of the shoulders. Pick yourself up. Take a little cat stretch at the top. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Take your feet about hip to shoulder width apart and come up into a full plank. All you're going to do here is tap your right hand to your left shoulder, left hand to your right shoulder, without rotating the hips side to side. If they are, just simply lower your knees, take the lower option, and then you'll feel more stability. So imagine someone's got hold of your hips and they are not allowed to move at all. You just very subtly shuffling the weight side to side, using your core muscles. If you're feeling pretty confident, you can speed it up if you want to. We've got 30 more seconds of these, I'm afraid. So really work at it. Keep the control. Squeeze those buttocks in tight. Now draw your abs in a lot tighter. Nearly there. Come on, keep it going. I'm seeing hips wiggling. Stabilize. Last 10 seconds. Give me a few more taps. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pose. Right knees, head and chest down, arms extended or relax them if you want to take the pressure off the shoulders. It's nice. So when you're ready, roll yourself up, flip your feet around the other end and line your side straight with me. So your heads are in the middle. Okay, so legs in a straight line. Core in tight. Hover that top leg, point the toes like a pencil and begin your figures of 8. I think the side's going to be harder. Right, start to get your legs a little bit higher. You're going to do 2 more figures of 8. When you pause in the center and take it the opposite direction. You're the whole weekend of exercise. You'll feel everything should be easier than today. Kind of just a very day. Isn't it?
It's in my drink, Mama.
You're not doing ET, are you? 4 more. You have to wait mouth, spit it out. Right. Oh, I just lost my figure 8, went to a zigzag. Okay, stop in the center, little circles. And lift that leg a little bit higher. Squeeze the glutes. I have absolutely no idea what's hurting apart from my foot. My buttock just won't move my leg in this position. 4, 3, 2, other way. Let's go. Come on, squeeze it. Lift. 8, 7, get it higher. Come on. Last few circles. That's all you got to do. Last 2, one more. And bend the knees to release. Don't know what happened.
I think that is the most painful exercise we do.
I don't like this side exercise. The most painful exercise. Statement that is. Statement that is.
Statement.
Huh? Did we do it in a one first? No, we didn't. Slide up onto your left. No, your elbow.
Yes.
Yeah. Like a very fast moving spider. Oh no, it's on its web.
No, he started over here.
Oh, did he? He's made his way.
Yeah, I didn't say anything in case it freaked anyone out.
Just don't want it in my
It's
face.
tiny. That can't freak anyone out, can it?
If it's in my jumper.
Okay, let's go up to side plank when you're ready. So first we push up, then you push your hips forward. Then you take your hand to the side of the head. Then you take that leg back out even though it doesn't want to, and then you take it into a side bend. You exhale in, inhale away. But that underneath buttock, that one that you're leaning on, needs to be strong, firmed up so it doesn't collapse. Now, really get the knees high as it can go and side crunch up and over into that knee. 8. Lift higher. 7. 6. As you pull in, don't let the hips drop. 5. You all right? 4. 3. 2. Next one. Stays in. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Lift it. Lift it. 5. Get that elbow to that knee. 3. 2. Come on, release. All the way down to the floor again. Bend the top knee, slide your lower leg forward. And flex the foot and the inner thighs doing the work now, up and down. other leg. Get it as high up as it can go and release. And you can't drink anything at all. Food. You're making me feel bad, Dean. I don't want to drink my water in front of you. Okay, 4 more of these. Get them as high as you can go. Turn the toes down very slightly. Hold the last one up into the air like we did before. And then little circles. We do circles, we do pulses. Who cares? Pulses! Come on, get the legs. I want to see them up in the air, right up high. Turn the toes down even more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Get them up, get them up. Last 2 and 1 and down. That was really easy compared to the other side. You did some legs as me. Is that easier? Yeah. Yeah, so you did the hard side.
My left leg is stronger than my right.
Yes. Okay, onto that elbow again. Tuck your knees in.
Don't like this.
As soon as I tuck my knees in, I then fall into my shoulders. So lift up. Arm up. What's that? Pin. That's disgraceful. Oh, massive pin. Right. Drop into your shoulder. Kick the legs. Pull in. If you can, keep your arm in the air the whole time. If you need to, have a little grab in between. Come on, kick and squeeze. Let's work together. Kick and squeeze. That looks beautiful. I wish I was filming it. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Get them as tucked in as close as you can. Then kick them away. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Now kick the legs away. Now pull them up towards your chest. Now lift out your shoulders, out your shoulders, out your shoulders. Lift them up higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Let them. And release. And turn onto your tummies.
I demotivated you.
Sorry. You demotivated by stopping. Okay, it's a little bit more shoulder mobility work. So we're going to lift our legs into a hover. And we're then going to lift our upper body into a hover. You're going to reach your arms forward. And you're going to take your arms into a big circle. And as you do, bend your knees and reach as far as you can towards those ankles. Then kick the legs away as your arms come all the way back round and release it back down. So inhale up, extend those arms as you exhale, circle, reach, 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 reach. Kick away and release. Now, if you want to make it a little bit harder, lose the relaxing bit. So start in a big Superman position, reach, squeeze, lengthen, and that's where you start again. Open. So your kneecaps don't hit the floor. They stay up the whole time. You're getting cramped. Great. And it's... So yeah, I don't need water.
It's dehydration, isn't it?
She's not allowed to have any water, so she's screwed. Sort of, yeah, all right. Okay, 5 more. Squeeze it. If you're doing the relaxing one on the ground, just give me a couple more of them. Which is much nicer. Should be around your last one coming up now. And release it off. Again, always rock those hips, loosen up the lower back. Just get your sweat on. So Anybody else getting a little bit of a sweat on?
Yeah, about 20 minutes. Well, this radiator's gone cold, so it's not the radiator, so it must be me.
Take them up, curve the spine. Little cat stretch. So we're going to go back to those shoulder taps, side to side, in a plank. If you want to make them harder, you can by lifting the opposite foot. So if you want, set yourself up. And as you tap your left hand to your right shoulder, you lift that right foot. And the other side. Whoop. Let's go. Now, if you're doing the leg lift, keep the same pace you're doing. If you're just doing the shoulder tap and you want to increase the speed, if you've got the control, go for it now. 30 more seconds, wherever you are. Woo. Last 15. 5, 4, 3, 2, and child's pose. Let your arms relax down.
That exercise makes me pull.
Yeah, will do. Straight to the old head. Yeah, we're going to take it into some nice yoga stretching. So when you've had your little nice little child pose, bring it forward, tuck your toes, come into downward facing dog. Bend knee one first, so nice deep bend of the knee, push your bottom up and then push your heels straight. So keep imagining your tailbone is the tip of the triangle, yeah? You want to try and lift it, lift it, lift it as you melt further in towards your arms, keeping that spine beautifully straight. Lift your left leg high behind. Keep it straight, keep your hips square, and extend your right leg, pushing your right heel to the floor. So you get a full stretch through that leg that's on the ground. So that should be quite strong in the calf. And then look forward, swing your left leg forward and lower the right knee. Bring your hands inside that foot. You might want to take your right leg back a little bit more and then bend through the elbows and drive down into a stretch of the hip flexor. Feel free to come onto your elbows if you can. Now have a look at your left foot. The ankle must be under the knee. So if it's not, take it a little bit further forward. That one's just green today. I think it's a weird colouring. They're meant to be blue. They never look blue. Looks like exact same colour, isn't it? If you want to go further, take the foot for a little walk, turn the toes out, roll onto the outer edge of your foot and sink deeper, turning that knee out. You may want to give it a helping hand with your left hand. You may not. Walk that foot back in. Bring your left hand to the outside and let's take it into a hamstring stretch. Toes to the ground, walk your fingers back, and then just lower your head and chest down. So if your bottom's reaching your right heel, lift yourself back out and slide your left leg further forward. So your right hip needs to stay as much above your right knee as possible, and then bow down from there. Roll onto your heel and push your bum back a little bit. Walk your hands with it. Flex that foot and then go deeper. If you can, grab your foot with your right hand and just encourage a little bit more stretch. Feel a little bit more through the shoulder blade on that right side. Now, Release your hands, bring them back inside that leg. Then turn, so you guys can be turning your backs towards me. Turn all the way around, swivel the knee, and then slide that foot out wide on your mat. Drop down to your elbows. Try and push your hips a little bit more over towards that extended leg. Round the outside edge of that foot to the floor, push your hip back and stretch that inner thigh. Beautifully done, everybody. Makes me feel sick. Yes, it pulls on your knee, doesn't it? It's just a horrible stretch. I find it in the groin.
I can't put my knee on.
No, you can't.
I need too much.
Are you right where you are?
Yeah, and I eat as long as my knee's straight. It's tickling my foot.
Okay, come up onto your hands. Void that leg back in. Come back over to face this side of the mat. And then curve your spine again. Now roll up to on your knees. Tuck your toes under the back. Lift your arms up. Take one arm, doesn't matter which one, back behind to reach your heel. Now once you've reached it, I mean, some people can't, that's fine. If you can't, put your hands onto your lower back, that's absolutely fine. Push your hips forward and then look up and lift the chest. Bring that arm up towards the ear. But the key to this one is trying to push your thighs forward, as far forward as you can go, your butt squeeze to protect your lower back. Then take that arm, circle it up in front, and take the other one behind to catch the other foot. And lift up through the chest and push your body weight forward. Take a couple more breaths here. If anyone wants to go full, take the arm back and go both. Don't do both, it's going to hurt your back. Come here instead. And then release it back. Just carefully bring yourself forward. Down into very slow child's pose, so close one this time. Bring your hands behind you and just tuck yourself into a little ball. It's like a counter stretch, that back extension, full flexion. Okay, roll yourself up. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees first, lift your bum, extend your spine, mount your chest, then pull your heels to the floor. Right leg lifts up behind, straight line. Whilst you're here, push your left heel down into the floor and straighten your left knee to get that maximum stretch in the left side. Swing the leg through. Drop your back knee. Bring your hands inside the foot. When you're ready, just sink your hips down. Slide your left leg back. Make sure the foot's underneath that right knee. And go into a hip flexor stretch. Really forward like this. Forward and forward. I don't know if you can hear that annoying noise on the camera. Now you can just stay here, or you can take the foot for a walk, open out the outer edge, perhaps give your knee a helping hand if you wish. You might want to drop to your elbows. Just again, make sure the knee is sitting above the ankle. Tight, bring your foot a little bit further forward. That's it. Honestly, Tali always gets good sweat on. Pronounce your name properly. Natalia.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
I just wonder if it was Natalia or Natalia.
Well,
Either.
in Spanish is Natalia.
Dahlia.
Depends how much flair you got for it, really.
Doesn't it, Dan? Okay, bring it back in, walk the foot back in, hands either side, and then toes to the floor as we push back into the hamstring. What?
Your leg or something.
Oh, yeah. I thought something crazy had happened. When you're ready, roll to the back of the heel, toes to the sky. If you can grab that leg, do so with that left hand and bring yourself lower to that thigh. Crunching and clicks everywhere. And oomies and ummies. Okay, just bring yourself forward again. Tuck your toes under at the back. Actually, no, we've got to do a static stretch, sorry. So let's do it on this side. Just take the knee over to the right, foot to the left. Come into pigeon or 90-90 on the legs. You can sit here, take the pressure off the knees and the hips. I knew there was something missing. It's Henry's class today. Felix is tomorrow. Felix is Tuesday, Wednesday, Henry's Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm gonna help you first. Talk less. No gasping. When you're ready, just simply swap your sides over, however you wish. You've still got nice weather for it.
Yeah, a bit better than last week's icy conditions, isn't it?
Yeah. Henry's not doing his tomorrow. Henry's doing his Monday and Thursday. Felix is doing his Tuesday and Wednesday. For some reason I've divided it that way. Yeah, do it. You need to. Do you want Henry to ride Felix's bike to school? Henry's is quite big actually for Henry. Theo probably has to ride the bike. Seb can ride his bike, so Seb and Felix can ride down. Does it help? Does it work stopping? Okay, yeah, whatever works. Let me know later. Okay, just bring yourself up. And then walk your hand, pull your feet to your hand. And then just flop forward, however you like. Soft knees. Flex spine, just let the whole vertebrae open out. Let the pressure go from the spine. And then when you're ready, just carefully just roll up. And as always, take a little shoulder roll when you hit the top. Drop in chin to your chest and just take a little neck stretch, a little mini one. Little roll, shoulder to shoulder. Oh, that's crunching looking. Yeah. Come up into the middle and just very carefully drop ear to ear. And then for the last time, drop your chin back. And as you drop your chin back,
Pull your teeth together so you get a stretch from the jaw down the front of the neck. Sometimes if you imagine trying to pull your underneath teeth in front of your top ones, you get a deep stretch. Can be uncomfortable. Oh, maybe stretch that, never. And then just bring your head back. And we open our arms up. We look up to our hands. This time give yourselves a little overhead clap. Come down and a bow. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.